Hello and welcome to Oh the Horror. I'm Fedora, and if you're an 80s child like me, then you grew up in the era of Saturday morning cartoons. The likes of He-Man, Transformers, My Little Pony, the list goes on. But somewhere along the line, things got darker, a bit more depressing. And thus, we enter into 2002's animated spooktacular, Toons.
So this movie starts and, oh, I'm sorry, I seem to have walked in on somebody else's review.
Welcome, gorehounds, to one of the most terrifying and twisted tales in the brain-damaged library.
Damn it, Shades, go back to your hentai and leave the movie reviews to the real men.
Did we really need this balding T-Birds reject to ease us into this movie like it's got some kind of deeper concept? Well, no, I guess, because all he does is literally just read out the back of the movie's DVD cover.
Terror Toons.
This movie actually starts inside the finale of 2001 A Space Odyssey, where this guy is strapped to a laboratory table in one of the movie's concept design sketches, thoughtfully provided by one of the cast's 6-year-old niece. So this is the cartoon dimension, huh? And this must be the first of our Terror Toons, Dr. Carnage, who, funnily enough, was moulded after the movie's director, visual effects designer Joe Castro. Ah, I can see it now. Look at this thing! It looks like Christopher Lloyd playing the mask after snorting all the cocaine he stole from the set of Piranha.
Fun fact, Joe Castro has actually done visual effects work on 3 other movies I've reviewed, those being Uncle Sam and Wishmasters 3 and 4.
Though I can't say that expert level of quality is present here so far, I'm afraid. Okay, seriously, with its $2,000 budget, I wasn't exactly expecting Who Framed Roger Rabbit if he actually did murder Marvin Acme, but when something advertises itself with evil cartoon characters, I don't want to watch it and then compliment Where the Dead Go to Die for at least being animated. One thing we can count on with this team though is some pretty gooey practical blood and gore effects. My Mickey Mouse Rolex has gotta be in here somewhere. I would like to compliment the liveliness of this opening credit sequence, but that's all ruined by the fact that they used Comic Sans, the peasantiest of fonts. We then arrive at a bathroom where one of our heroines for this movie, Candy, is, well, taking a bath.
You're sending me mixed messages here, Terror Toons. Should I think she's hot, or will that wind me up on some kind of list?
She and her sister Cindy have the whole house to themselves after their parents, the Jenners, head off for a weekend. But not before leaving the girls with a present before they go.
Terror Toons, whoa.
Co-starring Brendan Fraser and Steve Martin? Pfft, lame.
Candy seems really into the strange DVD, partly due to this actress clearly being high as fuck right now. So she takes it into her room to give it a watch.
The diabolical Dr. Carnage kidnapped an innocent monkey from the local animal experimentation lab. He called his creation Max Assassin. The mad monkey turned on him.
Man, Brain Dead Entertainment's take on Rise of the Planet of the Apes is pretty weird.
Worst itchy and scratchy episode ever.
I haven't said a whole lot yet, but I don't think I've been very kind to actress Lizzy Borden so far. After all, she is a director and actress with over 30 credits to her name, such as Two Dicks in Paris, Sluts, Butts and Housewives, and my personal favourite, Fossil Fuckers. Spoiler, it's not about dinosaurs. Downstairs, the 35-year-old teenagers are having some drinks with their guy friends. Oh, and I don't want to alarm you guys too much, but I think your house is on fire. Okay, what's everyone going to do now that they're here?
We can get out the Ouija board. You still have the Ouija board, don't you? Yes.
Before we start though, if anyone's mother murdered the son of a fast food restaurant tycoon, raise your hands now.
Strip Ouija.
What?
Strip Ouija.
What? The next 3 minutes are taken up by a synced musical montage of them communing psychically with the mind of Roman Polanski, I guess. And stripping while playing with this Ouija board? God fucking damn it. What's happening back here? Okay, so it looks like Dr. Carnage and Max Assassin have escaped the cartoon dimension and into this world, where they rip out Candy's spine and turn her into a marionette puppet.
I thought I heard a scream or something.
Must have been TV.
Please God, don't let James Wan have gotten inspiration for Dead Silence from this.
What is going on with the tone of this movie? At first I thought they were actually being successfully creepy with this puppet scene with Candy's boyfriend here.
Don't you like me anymore?
Don't you like me anymore?
And then it jumps to Dr. Carnage killing the pizza delivery guy, and it's transitioned like a late 80s sitcom. By the way, Shanghai pizza. Classy. But then again, I guess it was payback to China for whatever the hell this was. Wondering what's keeping said pizza boy. The teens try calling them up, but to no avail.
The phone's dead. What? I don't hear anything.
Well, that's not surprising. This dude was loudly killed just down the hallway and you didn't hear that either. Okay, what's happening now? I realise that trying to apply rational thought here is pretty pointless. But didn't the cartoon intro make it clear that these two hate and are trying to kill each other? Whatever. One of the guy ends up literally laughing himself to death.
Which is fine by me. Personally, I wouldn't mind falling into a boiling vat of dip right about now.
And the others take off running, only to find they're trapped in the opening from Cheese TV, which really doesn't agree with their stomachs. Ew, okay, yep, thanks for that. Well, I suppose on the plus side, at least he's clearing out his lungs for his future in video game voice acting, which actually included work on Skyrim.
If you've business with the Jarl, I'd ask that you speak to me first.
Can the Jarl make me a better movie?
Hey, where the fuck you going? The girls head upstairs to check on Candy, only to find her dead, and someone new from the cartoon world has crossed over.
Not to worry, madam. I'm an officer of the law.
Oh, good. Then you can place your acting skill under arrest for raping my ears. He gives the two an animated gun, which hopefully works a little better than Eddie Valiant's did. And we cut back to the Doverkin here, who's strapped in for his first day at Freddy Failbear's Pizzeria.
What does it say that I don't find this any more or less cartoonish than when it was done in Hannibal?
What, you two haven't tripped and shot yourselves yet? Judging by what we've seen so far, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be outer space. Meanwhile upstairs, Chief Wiggum here falls for the old dynamite in a donut trick, and the resulting explosion causes the girls to be clicked and dragged away from each other. Well, at least they're alive. That explosion.gif might have killed them. They're then captured, and Cindy wakes up tied up behind a stage. And I guess next she's about to be wheeled out and killed by the new founding fathers.
Of course, that crazy purge idea could only have been cooked up by a Toon.
Ooh, bad news for you, Cindy, because the last time a magic show and a big hairy monster were combined on this show, it didn't end very consensually for the lady lead. Oh look, I can use the magic show clip from Leprechaun 3 again. Apparently the most situational comparison in movie history. Oh, what the fuck is happening now? Okay, I guess we're in hell now. And this must be the devil, because he can make magazines disappear with a single cut.
What do you want from me?
Well, actually, nothing. I certainly have everything I could ever want or need, except for one thing.
A comfy chair.
The devil explains that his ultimate goal is to spread the Toons DVDs, which are his creations, throughout the world.
You created them?
Well, of course, darling. Didn't you read the credits?
No. Who reads credits?
Well, at least this guy did. Should have sent the Toons after him and saved some time. Well, we've made it this far in without making a single Space Jam reference, so might as well break that now by having Cindy get some magical tomb powers at the end of this movie too.
I want to be a superhero. And kick your ass!
Captain Feminist, with the strength of 10 privileged white men, can leap wage gaps in a single bound. Amazingly, this whole thing becomes too stupid even for the Prince of Darkness. So he just leaves. Then Cindy just leaves, and we cut to the Toons running their DVD creation racket.
I don't think the switch works, asshole!
And why do I get the feeling that this is what the Wonder Woman movie will end up looking like if it was made by Sony? And now for the final battle with Dr. Carnage, which seems to be going his way, but fittingly, Cindy chokes him with one of the Toons DVDs before slicing him open with his own axe, which releases a whole army of Louis the Flies from his head. Well, they're dead. Maybe the switch will work now. No, thankfully she just smashes the stupid thing, and we then cut to the parents arriving home and discovering her along with all the corpses. And they're only crying right now because with Candy dead, they've lost their cameo roles in her upcoming movie, Taste That Ass. And so, as we cut over to the sequel Bait House, this movie comes to an end with another Toons DVD turning up there. Meaning that the whole DVD machine plot meant nothing if these things can just appear out of thin air. And this was all just a massive waste of time.
Story of my life. That's all, folks! And that was Toons.
Okay. Now, for the budget it had, as I said, I knew I couldn't expect much. And to be fair, they did do what they could to be as cartoony as possible with the added sound effects, although the randomness they used them in got real old real fast. The adding of toony eyes and mouths, although using them in the real world like they did made things really confusing. Oh, and the gore effects, which was mainly just puddles of random gunk. Okay, no, I take it back. This movie was fucking horrible! The phoned-in plot ended up being meaningless, the death scenes lasted way longer than needed, the acting was cancerous, the set looked like it was built by somebody with 17 personalities, and that was meant to be the real world, and I have to kill myself now because there are 4 more of these Christing things.
And we may see how deep the rabbit hole goes on that at some point, but until then, I'm Fedora, this is Oh the Horror, save a screen for me, and we'll see you next time.